Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we continue to catch up with our coaches this week. And joining us is our men's basketball coach, Kevin Carroll. And Kevin, last weekend, it's always tough to go out to KC, take on Jewel and Rockhurst. Couple games that we fell a little bit short in, but a lot of bright spots it seemed like, during those two games.
Yeah, I think it came down to 6 possessions for the entire weekend. I would agree. I thought we played very well in spurts and played well enough to win. In the Jewel game, I think it came down to a 3-possession piece of the game where we missed 2 layups on a post move that maybe put you up 20 points potentially, and maybe it's a little bit different outcome after that. Whenever they make their run. But that's college basketball. Every game's going to be tight. Every game's going to come down to 1 or 2 or 3 possessions in a game, and we just have to find those possessions here in practice this week.
The one person that's kind of, it really seems like he's coming into his own is Jeff Leeson. Really shooting the ball well, adding some great intensity defensive-wise. And I know, for him, this trip last weekend, it's homecoming for him in a sense. But he is really, taking control of that starting opportunity you gave him a few weeks ago, and he's taken and run with it. Yeah,
he's a guy that, he just really didn't play very well at the beginning of the year. And I think with more opportunity, he's gained more confidence. And, it's always easier when you're not really looking over there on the bench every time you miss a shot or make a bad play to wonder if you're coming out, So he's made the most of it. He's played really well in conference play. I think he's shooting close to 45% from 3 in conference, and he's really given us another perimeter threat. And it's a very tough matchup for other teams' bigs. So just because of his ability to stretch the defense.
The other person that I just love what he's doing, he's buying into his role as Marvin Grant Clark, coming off the bench, doing whatever it takes, maybe not scoring what we're accustomed to seeing Marv score, but he's doing a lot of the little things that have really added in what you guys want to do on the floor.
Yeah, I think he's embraced that, and that's been difficult, I think for anyone, and I think he's handled that, extremely well and extremely, with a lot of maturity. And he has given us some scoring off the bench, which has been much needed. Our bench play has kind of been a little bit up and down, and we know that when we're going through a little bit of a drought, that we can put him in and he's going to provide us some instant offense.
This weekend continues the road trip, McKendree and Illinois Springfield. We all know what it's like to play at both of those places. What are some of the things you're going to be looking for this weekend to get a couple victories against a couple teams that we've had some success with over the recent years?
Well, the main thing is just being able to play a 40-minute ball game. I think we've played really good in stretches. We seem to have gotten off to really good starts here as of late. I think our bench has to be a little bit more consistent for us. Whenever we get a lead and then when we sub, we can't go down to a 1 or 2 point ball game again, So it's, those are just some things. Every game is tough in this league. There are no easy teams. There's no teams you look on your schedule and say, okay, hey, this is maybe this is going to be an easy win or whatnot. Every team is good. I mean, think about it. McKendree's sitting here with 1 conference win, and they beat a Division I team in an exhibition game this year. So every team's good. Playing on the road's always tough. Hopefully, we got some confidence out of playing close games on the road this past weekend, and know that we can go out there and win those games.
Outstanding stuff, Kevin. Thanks so much. We'll see you at McKendree tomorrow night.
Okay. Thank you, Jim.
Kevin Carroll joins us as he does every week here on MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. We will have coverage of both the games this weekend. It'll be audio feed on www.glvcsn.com/Maryville, and you can also follow us on Twitter at Maryville Saints. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.